So in this video, I wanted to talk about the UK taking away citizenship from Shamima Begum and her losing her appeal. Now, I don't have any real sympathy for her. For people to argue about, she's very young and she was a victim. I don't think she was a victim, to be honest. Even at age 15, you do have some understanding of right and wrong. But that being said, what she did was incredibly stupid and wrong. There's no defense of it, but she should be facing prison time in the UK for joining a terrorist organisation. She should not have had her citizenship revoked, because at the end of the day, she was partially radicalised here, and we'll discuss that a bit further. But Shamima Begum, the British national who travelled to Syria as a schoolgirl to join ISIL or ISIS, has lost her appeal. Her latest appeal to regain citizenship. The court said it could be argued that the decision to strip the 24-year-old of her citizenship may be harsh, but it could also be argued that Begum is the author of her own misfortune. It is not for the court to agree or disagree with either point of view, the ruling said. Our only task is to assess if the deprivation decision was unlawful. We have concluded it was not. The appeal is dismissed. Again, I disagree with this take. Even Rees-Mogg said that this was the wrong decision. Imagine Rees-Mogg being on the right side of an issue. It's crazy. So this is her husband, who also joined ISIS, and this guy, he should really probably face a longer prison sentence, given that he married a minor. But this guy, he's a Dutch national. Speaking to BBC, he admitted to fighting for the group, but now says he wants to return home with his wife and their newborn son. He was in a Kurdish detention centre, so this is from 2019. He faces a 6-year jail term for joining a terror organisation if he returns to the Netherlands, because again, that's probably where he faced partial radicalisation as well. He broke Dutch law, and he's going to be punished in the Netherlands. Just like Shamima Begum is, she broke British law. She joined a terror organisation, and she should face punishment for that. And if either of these two have committed crimes in Syria or Iraq, wherever they were based, which they probably have done, they could face potential prison time over there, or would have to figure it out at that point. But the fact that he's been allowed to return to the Netherlands and face punishment there, that is the right thing to do, in my opinion. Just like her being allowed to return to the UK and face punishment here is the right decision, in my opinion. There was the SIAC. The SIAC is the Special Immigration Appeals Commission, who argued that there was credible suspicion that Miss Begum was a victim of trafficking and exploitation, and did not stand in the way of Home Secretary stripping her of her British citizenship, as she had become a threat. And the reason why Javid did that at the time was for the Culture War. That's why he did it. It's really obvious. That's what the Tories do for the most part. You can argue she is a security concern. Yes, that is correct. But there are lots of people who are security concerns in the country. She should face jail time and go through kind of a de-radicalisation process, and then it's up for the security service to figure out things from there. But deporting her or kind of stripping her of her citizenship is the wrong thing to do. And this is something the government has done for a while now, where they will take citizenship away from people who have committed certain crimes, even though that these people were born here. They committed their crimes here, and they were rightfully punished here. But then they face deportation to countries where these countries had nothing to do with their upbringing. It doesn't make any sense, or very little to do with their upbringing. And under the UN conventions, it is illegal to make someone stateless. There was the argument she could get Bangladesh citizenship, but the rulings on this are a bit confusing because her parents are of Bangladeshi heritage. She was technically classed as a citizen of Bangladesh, which I don't think is true at all. She had a provisional citizenship until she was 21, but that would mean she would have to apply for it, and it'd be up to Bangladesh to approve it. And Bangladesh said no, we're not gonna approve it. We want nothing to do with that, and rightfully so, given that she was partially radicalised in Britain. This had nothing to do with Bangladesh. So this idea that she could go stay there, but it made zero sense. She has never been to Bangladesh. She has no links with the country, and Bangladesh has disowned her. Her Bangladeshi citizenship was always legal fiction. This was the argument I think the government tried to use was, well, she could get citizenship of Bangladesh, so technically we're not making her stateless. Just one of the most bizarre takes. This whole idea of taking away people's citizenship for committing crimes and making them stateless and things like that, I think is very, very wrong, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments on this one. This is one where I should have covered earlier, I think, but certain stories, yeah, you kind of don't want to cover sometimes, but this is one of those. It's important. It's important, and it's worth talking about. So I think what the Netherlands have done, what the Netherlands did, is the correct decision. Is if he returns home, he'll face jail time. I think 6 years is very low. I think if you join a terror organization, you should look at minimum 15 years or something like that. They should come up with a much longer term than the one that they've got set up here. But maybe he'll face additional crimes for maybe things that he's committed over there. I don't know. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.